Hello everyone, my name's Michael and this is my Radius 3000. I've had it for probably about 3 months now, and I know for a fact that I have been out now for about half a year, probably roughly around that time. But I've noticed on YouTube that no one has actually put a video what you can do and can't do, so that's why I'm here today to show you everything about the Radius 3000. If you've got any questions like that about this item, just let me know and I'll email you all the facts and bits of what I know so far. And if you know a little bit more than me, then fair enough, send me an email saying yes, you know, you missed out this, you missed out that, and then I can come around it and do a second video for you lot. Right then, the best thing about the Radius 3000, it has a CD player built into it, obviously. You know what I mean? On a cold day, it can take up to about 25 seconds, so bear that in mind. If it is a cold day, or if you haven't used it in a while, it will take about 25 seconds again. And if you had it on, but you are playing your music through like the SD slot, then if you fancy bunging a CD in, it takes no longer than 10 seconds. That is pretty good. It's pretty good if you're out and about, doing gigs or stuff like that, really. But the main feature on this for me is probably the SD card. And I will have to say now, if you use a normal SD card, it's a load of crap, honest truth, yeah. There's no actual point of you even putting your music on it, because every time you plug it in a normal SD card into it, on this little slot just here, it will come up with no MP3s. So that can mean two reasons. You haven't formatted it to FAT or FAT32 format, or it hasn't come up because it's the SD card. I would recommend SDHC card, where you can just put all your music on, and if you've got the Radius 3000 already, then we all know that it comes with the software where you can format your music, so you make sure it actually works on this CDJ. And another thing I will have to mention as well about it, they can go wrong. This is my second one I had now, where every time I put a CD in, it didn't load whatsoever. So bear that in mind if you're about to buy one from like a shop or something. So bear that in mind. They do break every now and again, but it should come with a year's guarantee in it anyway. And I bought the set of these for about $6.50, and the reason I got it for that price because I went down to the shop and asked for a discount, so they gave me it to. So people, do not be shy going to a shop. So yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, fell off is $7.50 for example, and say to them, have a couple of quid knocked off, because every penny little helps. If you save a $5, that is a few beers down at the Babel Pub or Club, you know what I mean? So bear in mind, always ask for a lower price, obviously. And the third feature about this, it plays USB straight into the USB port, what is just here. It will take flash drives and external hard drives. That is pretty good, but before you put your hard drive or flash stick in there, make sure you format it first, because if you don't, you'll do the same mistake what I did, plug it straight in there, and you got rid of all my songs. I had probably about 5,000 songs in there, and it took me years to get all the songs from old school all up to now, really. So make sure you do format it first before you plug it in. And as well, I've got to notice about this deck as well. Most of the CDJs, some of them, the really expensive ones do obviously, but this is fairly expensive, I would say, like an average buy for someone who has been mixing all that stuff for probably about a year and a half. I would recommend this completely. If you're a starter, then I would recommend myself the CAM KHD 4110. That is the USB version, or you can go for the CAM KH HD, sorry, 400 will play CDs. But if I was just going out there, if I was you, I'd go and buy one what does USB and one what does CDs, because then you got a mix of, then you've got both of. That means you've got the CD and the USB. So it makes your life a little bit more easier. But if you're just a starter and you want like the B's and E's and everything else, you want like a CDJs and a mixer to work well, and you want everything there so you don't have to upgrade your equipment as you advance into a little bit more of a harder mixes and stuff like that, really. So if I was you, if I was a starter who's eager to buy some equipment but make sure you stick to it, I would recommend the Mercado Radius 3000. And in my next video, I'll show you through all the guides. I'll show you where you can find your tracks. If they still don't show up after you formatted them, I'll show you basically everything on here, the ins and outs, the reloops, everything. Right then, so I'll see you in my next vid. Practice and enjoy.